What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Xman Co. Today we're making a rump steak pie, aka rump steak in a blanket. If you guys haven't seen that yet, you need to sit down and watch. Have a look at this. Let me introduce you guys to all the ingredients that we're going to use here today. As always, they will be listed in the description below. Over here we got some cheese, a sweet tangy chicken marinade, ground pepper, salt. We also have some barbecue spice. Use your favorite one. Chutney, if you don't have that, you don't have to use that. Skip it, use something else. Tangy sweetiness. That's what we want to bring to this cook today. Lastly, we got some flour and an egg, which we're going to use later. Remember, we're doing a blanket on a beautiful rump steak, and it's going to be lovely. You guys are going to enjoy it. For you guys that want to support us in a different way, we started a membership. Go check that out. There's extra perks. You might enjoy that. If that's something you want to do, go check it out. With that said, let's get straight into this cook. The prep for this dish doesn't take much. It's not time consuming and it's very easy to do. We started the fire. While we wait for this fire to get up to temp, let's sort out this rump steak quickly. The first thing you want to do is pat your steak dry. So we're just quickly going to do that, make sure it's nice and dry. Basically, we want to get rid of any moisture on the outside. This is something that we normally do and that you could also practice at home. Once you're happy that your steak is nice and dry, it's time to look at what we have here. Basically, you could get rid of the fat if you like. We actually like the fat, so we're going to stick to that. We're definitely going to cut this piece off over here. As you can see, we want to make a pie, so we want to try and keep this rump steak really nice and round. So this piece here is going to be a bonus piece of steak on the fire on the side. So let's just trim that nicely like that. There you go. Don't throw it away. We're going to use this just now. Next step is to add your sweet, tangy favorite sauce. We've used the chicken marinade and it's going to be beautiful. So this, guys, is something that you could do the night before if you really want to infuse this meat. It will really honestly be delicious. What we're going to do, we're just going to take our steak, turn it around, make sure it gets marinated everywhere, even on the fat. We're going to leave this guy in the fridge now for, let's say, half an hour, while we wait for our fire to get up to temp. Like I said, if you really want to infuse it, leave it in the fridge overnight and it's really going to make a big difference. The fact that we marinate this piece of meat is exclusively to this dish. Normally if we braai on the open fire, we don't marinate our meat, but we just thought that this would really bring a great flavor here today. Once you're happy with your meat being marinated, whichever you decide, 30 minutes before or 24 hours, and your fire's up to temp, then it's time to slap this rump steak on the fire. We're going to do literally 1.5 minutes aside, nothing more. We just want to char it a little bit on the outside so your fire can really be very hot. Thereafter, we're going to do indirect cook. We're going to move the coals to the side. We're going to build our beautiful pie and we're going to slap it on that fire again for about 30 minutes. So you want to cut your cheese into strips of about 4 mil each. You can decide if you want to make it thicker or thinner. Next thing you want to do is get your dough ready, basically your puff pastry. You're going to need some flour. All-purpose flour will be perfect for this, just to make sure that your roller doesn't stick to the puff pastry and vice versa. Another thing to really pay attention to, you don't want to roll your puff pastry out too much because that will take the puff away. You want to just try and stay as close as to the original size of your puff pastry. Right, once you have your size, I've used the actual roller to measure the meat. Remember, you want to take this puff pastry over here and double it like that over itself. We're going to make like a Cornish pie. It's going to be like half moon size. First of all, what you want to do is bring some nice flavors to it, and that's where this Mrs. Ball's chutney come in. So we're going to add some of that at the base. Try and stay away from the edges, because remember, you want the edges to be joining each other, and therefore sauce will just come in the way of that. Right, next on the list will be some cheese. So let's go ahead and do that. Then it's time for our steak. You're going to lay the steak over the cheese. Then we're going to do some spices, a little bit of your favorite barbecue spice, some salt, be liberal, and then some pepper. We love ground pepper, so we're going to also be liberal with that. Some more cheese on top. You guys know by now what I think of cheese. We need plenty. Don't be shy. There you go. I think that'll do. Next thing is you want to get your egg yolk ready for glazing basically your pie on top, and it's going to give it that beautiful brown color. You're also going to use it as a joining component. Basically, it's just the egg yolk, guys. You can add a little bit of milk if you want to. We do sometimes do that. Puff pastry over itself. You can pull slightly, not too much. Remember, you don't want to get rid of the actual puffness, if that's a word. There you go. And just get it close to this rump as you can. Allow at least a centimeter view where you're going to cut this pie, because you want to just fold it over again using a fork, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Don't throw this away, guys. We're definitely going to use it. We're going to make little balls of them and add them to the fire, and it's going to be fantastic at the end. Right, so what you want to do now is just push it over itself like that, just to seal it nicely. Guys, there you have it. We've got a beautiful rump steak pie. It's covered, it's ready for the fire. Let's set up our fire quickly, and then half an hour later we're going to enjoy this beautiful piece of pie. Guys, we've got a thermometer in there just to check the temp. We're looking for about 180 to 200 degrees Celsius inside, and we're gonna probably check on it in about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. Guys, it's 20 minutes, and I think we're gonna take this bad boy off. We just had a look. Let's have another look. It's nice and brown. So this is what we're after, nice and brown on the outside, and I'm sure it's gonna be good inside. So anywhere 20 to 25 minutes should be perfect. We're taking it off right now. It's been 20 minutes. It looks real good, doesn't it? We just removed this pie from the fire. We're going to rest it for 10 minutes, like any steak. Then we're going to cut this bad boy up. Right, guys, I'm so excited. Let's check this out. I'm going to cut it straight down the middle, and it's a moment of truth. Let's do it. Easy to cut through. Let's check it out. Look at that, guys. Have a look there. I wonder if you can see lots of juices coming out. Have a look there. Some signs of pinkness in the meat. This is perfect. Guys, it looks beautiful. Now it's time to taste it. Let's do that. I'm just going to cut a small piece here where I can get some meat, pie, cheese, all of those ingredients we've put in here. There you go. If you guys can see there. Cheers, boys and girls. Wow. This is so nice. Juicy. It's fantastic. It's a rump steak pie. You should try this out. It's amazing. It's easy to do, and your friends and family is going to love it. Guys, you know the story. If you like what you're doing, like, share, subscribe. Enable those notifications so you get notified as soon as we upload new video. Thanks for watching. We cannot do it without you. We'll see you on the next one.